Hi everyone, hope you're well. Today is Saturday the 9th of November 2013 and so the server's down at the moment as it's being moved, so there wasn't a server event today. So as I said yesterday, I was watching a lot of the Blizzcon stream, so there's some very exciting things about both the games that I'm currently interested in that I was watching it for, which are Hearthstone, obviously, because I've been playing it a lot, and also Diablo, because I'm really looking forward to the expansion and to see if they fix a lot of it. And a lot of people quite rightly point out that Diablo 2 actually got really good when they made the expansion, and it looks like the same with Diablo 3. It looks really exciting. So both games I'm a lot more excited than I expected to be. I was already interested, but I didn't expect to actually be excited about them. Excited about the reveals and announcements. I'll do Hearthstone first. First off, just off the top of the bat, there's a lot of talk about how it's so popular compared to what they expected, and there was a huge cheer from the crowd, although it is kind of preaching to the choir because it's BlizzCon, so people there love all the Blizzard games, but it's definitely a lot more popular than they expected, and which is very exciting for the future of it and makes it feel worthwhile playing and making videos of and kind of taking seriously. Although that sounds ridiculous, I think it would be really fun to be like kind of a serious competitive Hearthstone player. I still really love the game, so if I could if there's a potential audience for that, then that's really cool. So anyway, because that's what I always wanted with Scrolls, but the audience just isn't quite big enough to make it feel that worthwhile yet. It might change in the future, but yeah. But Hearthstone, there's already a lot of excitement, and part of me wonders if it's just because it's, mostly closed beta, so people can't get into it. But I think the truth is that even when people do get into it, it's the way it's set up is so accessible and so addictive that I think it will have a really large following, and hopefully get a lot of kind of non-card game players into it as well. So they announced a few things like they're going to put it on iPhone and Android phones as well as tablets, which is really cool. And they've also announced Golden Heroes, which are going to be like golden versions of heroes that you can get from, I think they said you have to win like 500 matches ranked with that particular class, you get a golden version. So it's not easy to get, but it's cool. And there's going to be, mind control is going to be upped from 8 mana to 10, which as a priest player, I completely understand why, because it is like the coolest card. So they're just going to make it a bit more expensive. I wonder if that's enough, but it's interesting how very small changes can make a huge difference. That's something they talked about, is there's a lot of knock-on effect that one small change to one card can do. Anyway, and there's a couple of other changes. I forget. The mind control card was the main one that was relevant to me at the moment. There's going to be a new ranking mode, which is going to be seasonal, that you can go up and down in, and there's going to be like 30 different kind of character pictures of different mobs showing what stage you're at, and then 5 stars in each stage that go up and down when you win and lose. And I think they said there's some kind of rewards from that or something, I forget though. They're also going to do some kind of single player adventure mode with a story where you earn cards through playing through a story, which sounds really cool. And I think that was everything for Hearthstone. And then so I'm really excited about all of that stuff. Oh yeah, also it's going to be open beta next month, so they're planning on, anyway, they said might be January, but they're hoping for next month, so maybe before Christmas. That would be cool. And also all the Diablo stuff, really cool, really excited. They kind of mentioned the random dungeons and stuff before, but they're going to have this whole adventure mode where You get random quests that can be set anywhere in the game, so it means you go about all the different places in the game all the time when you're playing that mode, which is really cool because it just keeps it really loads of variety, loads of random locations and random monsters that might not usually be in that location, and then there's also random dungeons which are completely randomly generated out of all the stuff in the game. And so random layout with random dungeon type, and then random monsters that from anywhere in the game, and random bosses that might just be thrown into the middle of the fight with all of the mobs. So that's just crazy. What else? And then also actually parts of the new act that are being added, the actual exterior area in the new act is going to be randomly generated as well. It doesn't sound like they're going to go back and randomize the outside areas from the original game, but it's kind of cool that like the new area is going to be randomized every time you play it, and if you want loads of random stuff, you can do these new randomized dungeons called Nephilim Rifts. And also the new looting system, getting rid of the auction house and having the new looting system puts more emphasis on kind of finding cool stuff yourself in the game rather than just grinding gold and buying stuff, which really sucked the joy out of the game when it first came out. So yeah, I'm really excited about both of those now, a lot more than I thought I'd be. Hearthstone especially though, because I really think it is going to grow big. It's kind of what I was hoping, but kind of a lot of what they've said about the response to it and everything being bigger than they expected and all of that, I think is really hopeful. And there's a lot of reporters and people seem to think the same thing. I know Total Biscuit was saying something about he reckons next year there will be a big Hearthstone competition. It will be like one of the main events, whereas this year it's kind of like a side event. So I'm very excited about all of that. I'm out of breath. Was that really 7.5 minutes? Oops. Today I've just been playing a bit more Hearthstone, and I'm going to watch the Saturday stream in a bit. So obviously I'm in a slightly different time zone, but it's going to start in a bit. So I will see you later.